thing has been bothering me a lot. And listen to this, because I'm pretty much sure that this is not just me. This problem which I'm facing is not just me who's facing this. You also might be facing this, right? So I've been preparing for tech interviews, like different roles, be it front end, back end, or complete software engineer, and I've been trying to learn everything which is pretty much necessary to get a job, right? I've been learning to code, I've been doing DSA development things, basically everything. And then parallelly, like, I've been hearing news that a person who was like pretty much at a senior level in his company was fired. And this was not the news I heard. This happened to the person which I know like very closely, right? So he was fired, and he worked in that same company for 10 years, and he was fired. Why? Because the company thought, let's introduce an AI for the work he is doing, right? So now everything he was doing is completely replaced. And this is just one of the many things I've been hearing and seeing, watching things on YouTube, reading articles. Basically it's almost everywhere, and it's pretty much clear that if you'll just be another generic developer, or if you'll just be another software engineer, you might be replaced with something better than you, and which also can't be human, right? So this makes me question one thing: am I preparing for the future or the past? Right? I'm not saying that learning basic things or learning things which I'm learning right now is not needed, because that is the base of whatever you do. But is it enough? Like, is it the only thing which will get me where I want to? And the answer is absolutely not. Like, right now it's absolutely not, and it's pretty much clear. So then I researched about it, what to learn actually, and it's pretty much clear that you need to learn how to build with AI, how to work with it. And you'll see multiple videos like this, okay, on YouTube, that this is how you need to learn, this is what you need to learn. But trust me, there is no honest roadmap that even if you're getting started with AI, this is what you need to learn, right? Like, let's say if I say you need to learn web development, so on internet you'll almost find these things where it's like pretty much clear that if you need to become a full stack developer, first you need to learn HTML, then CSS, then JavaScript, and then move to frameworks and all. So it's pretty much clear what you need to do. Talking about the AI, there is no such thing as of right now. There are things, but it's pretty much like completely disconnected, right? One time they ask you to learn MCP servers and all, another time this rags and all. So you're not pretty much sure that okay, this is the path I need to follow. And then I was like, okay, let's research about it. And then a bigger thing came into my mind, that is it all I want is just a job? And the answer is pretty much clear, no. I want to be someone who builds things, who doesn't have complete dependency only on his job, right? So now it becomes a wider perspective that okay, now if I'm not comfortable with just having one source of income, what I need to do more? Well, it's very much clear that I need to build things, and in order to build things I need to learn things. And in today's era, if you don't know how to build with AI, if you don't know how to work with it, if you don't know how to integrate it, you're pretty much cooked. And this is pretty much clear that you're absolutely cooked. So now if my goal shifts from someone who just want a job for the rest of his life to somebody who wants to become a founder, who wants to become something, who creates things. Now, a thing which I need to make clear right now is it's not the case that I don't want a job. I need one. I don't have any other options, right? I don't have backing off like completely financial family business, so which will help me for the rest of my life. I don't have that, right? So I definitely need a job which at least pays my bill, and which help me to just fulfill my needs, my daily needs. And that's the thing I cannot avoid. So initially I can't just afford to have something like okay, I don't want to get a job, I just want to jump straight into being a founder or being a builder, something like that. And even if I don't earn for like years and years, that's completely normal. No, that's not the case. I need a job. But the important realization here right now is I'm not gonna be the one who is completely dependent on it, right? I need to make multiple sources of income. So I made a decision that if I need to learn things like that, I need to approach it that way. So what I did is, instead of jumping here and there, I did what most of you will do, which is I went to ChatGPT, explained it my situation, and based on that, it told me that instead of jumping onto tutorials and all, you come here every time in this chat, and every day we'll have day wise task, and it's going to be for almost like 6 months. Like, so the total or the whole goal of this thing is to make me capable enough to build things, to work with AI, and everything which is needed to be learned, I will learn not by watching tutorial, but by building things, by breaking it, by going to GPT, asking it what needed to be done, what I have done till now, and then when I'm building, on the way when I fail and when I just hit the roadblocks and all, that's when it will explain me, okay, this is how you need to approach this is how you need to build this. Now this is a very effective way to do this. I have tried this before. If you're somebody who is constantly stuck in tutorial hell, you need to try this. So I went to GPT and I thought, okay, let's give it a try. So it made like what, 6 months of complete plan of that, okay, this is what you need to make and this is how you need to do this. Now I'm not saying that in 6 months of time I'll be completely, unrecognizable. I'll be running a 6-figure business just with my internet and laptop. No, that's not the case. But one thing I can definitely guarantee you, that if I stay consistent, I'll definitely learn more than what today's college universities ever make students learn in their curriculum and all. And probably from the core, that's the goal, right? So if you're somebody who is also stuck into the similar stage, who is also questioning things around him, that okay, if I'm learning these things, is it preparing me for the future or for the past, right? Because if you will be replaceable, you will be replaced. That's the thing, right? So if you're someone who is also going to do things this way, or who is willing to do things, let's do it together, and who knows, we'll be better than what we are today, because that's the goal. You're not competing with anybody else now, you're competing with yourself. That's it. Thank you.